Yeah, disappointed obviously. I thought it doesn't matter what I actually say here. It's not a fair result because I thought we could have been 3 or 4 to the good there in the first half, which we weren't. And then you make it difficult. So disappointing with the result, that's for sure. I thought we put a lot into the game, got nothing out of it. I think we deserve more, but yeah, difference is the quality obviously at the end of the day.
Alright, thank you, Coach. We're now going to proceed to invite questions from members of the media. Can I please request that you indicate to the question? Can you get this microphone?
Coach, one would say you should have played the game by halftime by 3-1 or 2-1, but we found out that you are on a back foot, and looking at the chances that you got in the finishing was not up to standard. And what can you do to improve the finishing of your players?
It's very easy. It's very easy. What to do about it, but you've got to keep practicing and keep working and trying to improve players and trying to improve, that's all you can do. So there's not much really, there's a lot you can do, but yeah, what we've got to do, we've got to keep working and trying to improve what we've got. That's all you can do. So trying to keep working, trying to create scenarios, training, take it from there.
Coach, just give us a less assessment with regard to Joseph Makatoma. How bad is that?
I haven't heard anything yet. Just game stopped and it's gone from this to that, so I'll find out more. I wasn't happy with that tackle, that clearing the ball like that, that's for sure.
Good afternoon, Coach. Just a simple one from me, Coach. Any positives from this particular encounter, given that it was a very tough opponent that you're facing?
Positive application, effort, desire, the tactical shape. There's a lot of positives out of the game, but obviously, football. Football's about the result, isn't it? It's not anything else. People forget. People don't look at anything else, how you played, it's a result. So it's not, it's better to take that game because I thought we deserved more there.
Afternoon, Coach. How are the results? Musale from Soccer Duma. Not the best way to finish off the year, but in this break during AFCON, what are some of the things that you would want to sort of improve in the side in preparation for the start of next year?
A break, yeah, that would be good. I think a break would be good because of the size of the squad. We need a longer break. That's for us, that's for sure. For the size of the squad. So yeah, it's certainly something we need to look at.
Afternoon, Coach. When from the Soleil newspaper. When you took over the team at the start of the season, with everything that has happened, the results, where would you say you are compared to your plans at the start of the season for the team?
Possibly about 6 or 7 points more. Possibly. I think we've done well with the team. Put a squad together. I wouldn't say 6. I think we're a little bit ahead. Obviously, these type of games are difficult because coming into this arena. So it's always going to be difficult for a team of us, a new team. Obviously, chats with these other players.
Hi, Coach. With this key. Like on the loss, how important is it going to be perhaps to bounce back in the next one against Obit? Surely you'd want to go to the break and maybe within top half of the table.
Obviously, every game is a chance to go back. Obviously, now we're even shorting players. We're going to be too short now. We are thin as it is. So we'll have to reassess it tomorrow and then go from there for Wednesday's game.
Good afternoon, Coach. This is also Pedro Liga. I'd like to ask again. Coach, you've played all 3 of the so-called big 3. Having seen or having been through those games, I feel like the same or similar assessment you gave us against Kaizer Chiefs, that you had your moments that you felt there were moments that you could have won the game. Is there something with your side and the temperament when it comes to this specific game that you've picked up in terms of the last 4?
Just the
3
level,
losses.
the level of the quality. That's all. The squads are strong if you compare these squads. So we've got to look at that. beside. I've in all these games, Chiefs game, the players have been good. You know, obviously, better the level you play against. You mistake you or mistake there, you're gonna hurt you. Turn the ball over. You know, we turned the ball. First goal came from a throw in their half. Yeah, I don't know if you turned out. You should never have turned out there. In the second goal, you know, the centre back should hit the ball. The right back hits the ball, and that's wrong. The ball goes out wide, cross goal. So, you know, it's little those type of errors, but not for commitment and effort and attitude. No, you're perfect.
Can I ask you, Gavin, are you going to have a break now after the Wednesday game? When are you coming back for longer pre-season? How are you going to do that? And second question, who will win the league between the Pirates and the Sunrise?
Well, the second question, I don't really care, Mark. But if you look at this squad that they've got, the last 3 years, this Pirate squad, I think they've got huge impact players, which makes the difference. If you look at their squad, what they bring in on Pirates, and I think that's going to possibly, and them being out of Africa. Out of Africa, my friends, you've got no idea if you've been there. Well, we've been there. So to play in Africa, I think it's a big plus for them. And with the squad, you know, when they're bringing on a policy, these type of players, they make a huge impact on the game. And they are the country's best players, sitting on the bench, by the way. So I think that's the difference in the squads. I think they've got huge pace and speed, which hurts teams, you know, and I think that's the difference. So I'm not saying who's going to win the league, but I just think their squad is very strong. And I think Sundowns it's very difficult. You know, when you go across the front, so their focus has always been more Champions League, hasn't it been? So it could be, certainly a bit closer than anything before this year, you know, that it has been the last few years. If we were still here, we would have won the league by the way, anyway, but that's another story. That's, I've got a plan, but yeah, there's another plan as well, so we're going to have to try and collate our plans, yeah. But yeah, Mark, you know, the next game's the 25th of January. It's crazy, so I don't know. I know what to do and what not to do, but I've done it before, but you know, it's got to go through management.
Alright, so now going to be taking the final two questions.
Coach, I wanted to ask, he might not be shooting to go to the AFCON, but firstly made the 55-man squad, but how encouraging is that for him personally and for the rest of the squad to have made the Supreme squad?
Well, I think if you look at this, I don't want to go down this way because I mean, I think if you look at the squad over the last few years, there's been a few surprise selections, you know, and it's worked well for him. So, yeah, great. He's done well, and I wish him well. When's the selection tomorrow? Monday. You never know.
Final question.
Coach, maybe just deep into specific, where do you think you need to add come at January window? And I always want to find out from coaches is, you know, when you have such a long break, how do you keep players motivated? Do you come up and bring some Nano, Chisanyama, if you win this, you will get it. How do you do just to keep everyone stimulated and motivated? Because you come in every training session and then you see a game on the 25th of January.
I think if the break is in the middle of the year, I think it's totally different than the break now. You've got to ask yourself the question, why? Because it's at the time of this year, you know what I'm saying? So the break is very difficult. But then you can also kill the morale, won't you? You know, because people want to be with families and things like that. So it's a very difficult situation. But we've got such a long break that you almost start again, I think. It's better to start again. The players won't get unfit. That's the biggest fallacy and the biggest nonsense I've ever heard. And sometimes a mental break is better than a physical break. Mentally, you need to break sometimes. It's like training in the week. You can say you can train every day. It's crazy. You need to mentally fresh.
Thank you, Coach. Let's bring us to the end of our post-match.